I
I,
know.
I got Chewy hanging out with me tonight. So.
Do we want to go straight to the quiz, or how do you guys want to do it?
It doesn't matter the group part. It only literally takes 5 minutes.
Well, do you want to go over it together then?
Let's just, let's see.
Because all you have to do is go to that Excel program that he used in the video,
Uh-huh.
and you input the X and X1, X2, N1, N2, and it spits out all the information, and you're done.
Yeah, I finally figured out how to download that stuff. I wish I had it for the last test because one of the folders you can download is for the T-scores.
Ah.
Because I just downloaded the whole zip file, and I was like, wow, I hate that I just saw that. So, cool, I have mine pulled up.
One second. Um, Sorry, trying to get my iLearn rolling here.
You're good. I know how that feels.
Are we, so, I'm sorry, are we doing, I literally just woke up from a nap like 20 or 15 minutes ago, so my brain actually is not firing on all cylinders. Or my short term isn't. Are we doing the test right away, or did you guys want to go over
Let's
the,
go. So, Justin said it would only take like 5 minutes.
okay, let me get that out now. Okay.
Lesson
Okay.
19 is going to be a doozy. I do not get the whole tutorial.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. That makes me happy to hear you say that.
I was looking at that and I was like, this is when I would normally quit, except for we're on week 9 of like 12 weeks. So,
Yeah.
All right. I'll start reading. So,
perfect.
part 2. There was a recent survey taken on whether consumers are label users who pay attention to label details when buying clothes. Are men and women equally likely to be label users? Determine if the proportion of men who use labels are different than the proportion of women who use labels with a level of significance of alpha equals 0.05. We got the data on the table there. Okay. With X representing those who use labels for shopping. So check the requirements. Pull this up. Check the requirements. What does it need? It just needs
N needs to be greater than 10.
check.
Yeah, so when you put all the data in, he said in
The sample size
on
times the
the
null
data.
hypothesis. So it'd be like the 20 point. Wait, so how do you figure out what the null hypothesis
Hold
is?
on just a second, guys. Just I'm putting me on mute, but I'll be listening.
Okay.
I know that the NP is the sample size times the null hypothesis, but how do you figure out what the null hypothesis is?
So for the null hypothesis?
Yeah, like in order to check the requirements, you have to do the
So the null
sample.
hypothesis is just going.
Is that they're equal? That the proportion of one is equal?
Yeah, they're either equal or they're not equal.
But
So,
how do you know how to test the limits if you don't know what that? Oh, never mind. It's X. I remember. That was a blonde moment. Even though I color my hair,
Yeah.
it still happened.
Yeah,
So the
because you've
null-
got X and then N.
Yeah, so the null is that they're equal, and then the alternative is that they're not equal, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it looks like it does work on both systems. Quite well, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're already to B, or past B, so we're on C then?
So compute the test statistic, which is C. For P hat 1 minus P hat 2 in parentheses minus P1 minus P2 in parentheses. All over the square root of P hat times 1 minus P hat times 1 over N1 plus 1 over N2.
Well, if you just plug it into the equation, you get 3.309, and that's
Yeah.
the answer. Woo woo!
Yep.
Did you download the Excel file? It's just like literally fill in the blank, and it does it for you. It's so much easier.
Which file are we talking about?
If you go to the online textbook and go to 2.2 for this lesson, there's an Excel program that you can download, and it brings up a little program that you can just plug in all the numbers, and it'll spit out all this information for you. You don't have to do any calculations.
Really?
Yeah.
2.2. You just click on that link right there. Which one is it? Is it data analysis or data analysis SPSS?
I think it's the data analysis because it's a.
I like to use the Excel one, though. It seems a little bit easier to use.
Yeah, I didn't try the SPSS version.
It's like so much easier just in Excel.
Just click Excel spreadsheets.zip.
Yeah.
And then there's all these little tabs at the bottom, and you just choose whichever one you're working with. So there's the 1 proportion, 2 proportions, and then the chi-square. Which literally, I do not want to learn today. I wish that there was like a pause button to like postpone that until I could.
Which one is it? Categorical data analysis?
Yeah. This could be your new best friend.
Oh boy. Okay.
It has everything. P hat, 1 and 2, the P squiggle.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
I
Okay.
pretty much think we're done with this.
Yeah. You guys just want to do the test?
Let's do this. Is Ashlyn? She said she was listening, right? Did you get all that, Ashlyn?
Yes, I'm listening. I got it.
Cool. I wasn't sure if you were still with us, so cool.
Yeah, no problem.
Are you ready to start the quiz?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry. People came over and dropping stuff off, so I don't want them to like echo and do everything. So.
Oh, I totally understand. I just didn't want to leave you in the dust. So.
No, we're good. I'm ready to go to bed, but I'm ready for the quiz.
Me too.
I hear you. All right.
Okay.
Let's start this. At least we know we get 2 of them right.
The
True.
life population tab.
17 questions. Eh. Okay. Here we go. For questions 3 through 8, we will review the PTC tasting study with different data. Please use the data presented here. Can taste PTC, it's the data. No, yes, female, male, total. Will P1 be the proportion of males in the population who can taste PTC? Be the proportion of males in the population who taste PTC. P1 or females that can taste, P2 males that can taste. The research question for the study is given here. Is the proportion of females who can taste different from the proportion of males who can taste? Use the data in the table to find P1, or P hat. 1. Okay.
So, would the null hypothesis be mm, they're not equal?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Use the data in the table to find that. So it would be p hat 1 is 0.514.
What did you use for your X?
I use 18 because it says in there that P1 should be the female who can. Oh, I put no. Thanks.
So 52 should be X1.
Yeah, 50. The first box should be 52. Sorry, I went straight with the no data. I was like, look at how easy this is to plug
70 is N1.
up.
X2 is 42.
Yep, exactly.
59. This is nifty.
I love it. So 0.553, is that what everybody got?
And then you want P hat to be equal?
P hat 1.
So P1 wait. Type of test. We're looking for a doesn't equal?
Yeah, they don't equal.
Okay.
So you got 0.743?
Yep.
No, I got 0.553.
553.
Because both of the ends should be the same. So it should be 5294, 4294.
That's the total. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Wait.
ends are the 94?
Yeah, because it's total, so it's the number of people in the study.
Well, it's the total of females who can taste it out of females, right? And the total of males who can taste it out of males. Because 94 is only yes. So the proportion, are we talking about the proportion of only out of is the population yes that they can taste it, or is the population the gender?
Well, that would be 100% then, so I guess you're right. So it would have to be out of 129 then?
Let me look at this before I make a decision. Holy crap. I didn't think about it the way you thought about it. Isn't it funny how we can look at the same question and then read it differently? That's cool. Alright.
So if you're looking at it, it looks like I'm reanalyzing it. So 52 women out of 129 people. Or should we do 52 women out of 70 women?
I think it's 52 of 70 because is the proportion of females who can taste PTC different from the proportion of males who can taste PTC.
Yeah.
So I think those are the two proportions that we're comparing, is male and female. Those are the two categories.
That
So
makes
does
sense.
that make
There's
sense?
so many totals in this thing.
Yeah. They
Cool.
totaled
I
everything.
totally got it. Thank you. I'm back on track. So I got 0.743.
Okay, sweet.
I totally would have gotten that wrong twice.
You're fine. 0.712 for P hat 2.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry, you said 0.012?
712.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then it was at records.
And then 5 should be P1 equals P2, and P1 does not equal P2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, you're right. Create a 95% confidence interval for P1 and P2. Negative
Negative
0.122 and 1.84.
So is that
1.23 and 1.85 probably.
Yeah, so it's negative and then positive. So make sure you do
yeah?
Yeah. With alpha of 0.05, what decision do you make?
Well, we would fail to reject
So
because the value is 0.69, so it's too high.
So we reject.
No, we fail.
No, reject.
Fail to reject the null hypothesis. So C.
Yep.
Okay. 8. Which of the following statements best describes the outcome of this study? There is sufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of females who can taste PTC is greater than the true proportion of males who can taste it. There is insufficient evidence to suggest that the true population of females who can taste PTC is different from the true proportion of males.
That's the right one.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's the right one.
Yes, that one is.
So there's insufficient.
Yeah.
Insufficient evidence
Yeah.
That's
that
one field trip.
proportion of males and females differ.
Right.
For questions 9 through 17, we'll review the mortality rates and day of admission heart attack study with different data. Please use the data presented here. Let P1 be the proportion of patients who had a heart attack and were admitted on a weekday who died, and P2 be the proportion of patients that had a heart attack and who admitted on the weekend and who died.
So P1 is 160,713, right?
16,713.
And then the total would be the 118,519, right?
Yeah.
That is right.
Just making sure I'm reading it right now since my brain works
No.
differently.
You're okay. We're a collective brain tonight. X2 is going to be 6155.
Yeah, and then the total, the N2 would be 42,447.
Yes.
And then are we doing doesn't equal? It's greater than the proportion of.
Yeah.
So we're doing
Proportion of patients
It's greater than.
greater.
yeah. Perfect.
So P1, wait here. So it says, they ask if weekend is greater than weekday.
Yeah, so and the P1 is the week.
Weekday. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be less than that.
P1 is less than week 2 or weekend. P2.
P1 is less than P2. They're tricky. They worded it backwards.
Way to catch that.
Okay. Sneaky people. All right. So the conditions for conducting a hypothesis test are satisfied. True.
True.
Which set is appropriate for addressing the research question?
Oh, the first one.
Yeah.
Yep. 11. Use the data to find P at 1. 0.141.
Sorry, 0.1 for 1, you kind of cut out.
Yes. 0.141.
Okay, good. I thought you said 341. I was like, I didn't get that. Okay.
0.145. And Z-score is
Negative 2.020. If we're doing less than, we would shade to the left, right?
Yes.
Yes.
to the left. All right. What is the p-value for this test? 0.022.
Yeah, that's what I got. Which means we would reject the null hypothesis.
Rejected. All right.
And then only read the sufficient ones.
Thank you. Thank you. See, I would have read all of them again. There is sufficient evidence to conclude that the proportion of patients who have heart attacks and are admitted to a hospital on the weekend who die is greater than the proportion of patients who have a heart attack and are admitted to the hospital on a weekday and die. Or there is sufficient evidence to conclude the proportion of patients who are admitted to a hospital on the weekend and die is the same as proportion of evidence who die. The first one.
So it's the first one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm submitting.
You good?
I hate it when there's a pause. Hang on. We got a 94.
Dang it. Did I answer the first two wrong?
No, you did a good job. You got the wrong p-value.
Okay.
What did you guys get for P1?
What did? Because I got 100%. I don't know.
Sorry, for number 3.
For number
Also, which question?
0.743.
Ah,
I got number 15 wrong. What did you guys put for 15?
0.022.
Oh, I just put 0.2. Mine only had 2 spots. How do I make it bigger?
Oh no.
Isn't there like a way where you can push the decimal value out farther? Ugh, I hate computers.
Gotta be. But I do not know Excel well enough. I'm sorry.
I used to know, but then you get different versions of it every single time, so it's like.
wait, for number 5, we put that it was not equal to, right?
Yeah, but you had to make sure you did the null hypothesis ones, not the p-hat ones or whatever. It was regular p versus p-hat.
Okay, then you're right. I went too fast, and that's what my problem was.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys know what you're doing on 19 because I have no clue.
Well, this should be fun.
Well, I figured it out. Yay, now everything's in 5 decimal places. Oh well. That kind of irritates me. I missed it by one little, what is that, 1,000th place?
So, if it's going to take longer to do 19, you want to learn on the go during the quiz?
Yeah, I think so.
Hang on, let me end this broadcast. Thank you for watching us do this, everyone.
Hey.